Welcome back to another Slay the Spire stream. I'm your host, Vegetable Bread. Today we're going to be continuing the Infinite Ladder series with moving on to Ascension 3 for the first time. We're going to be doing Ironclad. Is that right? Let me check my sheet really quick. No, we are Ascension 2 Watcher still. I almost skipped Watcher. I mean, Watcher's good, but she doesn't just like auto-win. Gotta actually do it. It's going to be Ascension 2. So we got 2 points. So if we get a heart kill on this one, we go up to Ascension 3. If we don't get a heart kill, but we get a boss kill, Act 3 boss kill, we get a win. Then we get 3 points and do Ironclad on Ascension 2. If we lose, we go back to Ascension 1. Okay, we can trade it for boss relic, which I love doing on Watcher. We can upgrade probably Wrath. Get 100 gold or transform 2 cards. So let's look at the map and see if there is a shop we want to go to. This shop is actually pretty good. 3 fights, a question mark, and a shop. Lets us get a serpent event before it. There's also, that's a 3 elite path, so you can take these 3. Is there any other 3 elite path? I think there's not. I think every other path has 2 elites or fewer. I suppose I could do these 2 and then this one. So I could choose my 3rd elite. And this one has a fire before it, so I'd probably choose that one. But if I choose either of these 2 as the 1st elite, then only this one is available to follow up. So I do want to go this way. That does force me into a shop. So that makes the 100 gold quite good. So let's grab the 100 gold. I'm going to take this question mark. We could take these 3 fights and then that question mark, but if we take this question mark and it is, what's it called? Golden Idol, then we want to get the extra gold from these so that we can go to that shop with extra gold. And if it's Serpent, it's not that big of a deal. If it's Serpent, we probably hit 2 question marks, because this question mark could be a card remove event. Although then we risk going into the elite with only 1 card reward from this very fight. We don't have lethal. We have 24, 33, just a little bit short. So I think we'll just Vigilance Strike. I can see Miracle Strike here as well. Miracle Strike brings him to 24. He only does 10 damage. What is this? What is this Ascension 2? I thought normal enemies were deadlier. He's supposed to do 11. I'm doing good, Sir Artemal. How are you doing? We again do not have lethal, although we can Eruption and then Vigilance. So we can block out and do some damage. Well, that's rude. Oh wait, we have lethal. Good thing we saved that miracle. I guess even if we'd used it on a strike earlier, we still would have lethal. But Flying Sleeves is pretty okay floor 1 pickup. Don't mind that at all. Ooh. Is this the D&D? You're DMing, right? What do you have planned for your players? Alright, it is a fight. So we're gonna go actually this fight and then this question mark. So we only do the 3 fights. Unfortunately, we've got a 13 health Spike Slime here. A little bit unlucky. Let's go ahead and Vigilance Defend. One. Gosh. Yeah, I think the most of the content. So like when I prepare for D&D, I prepare enough stuff that I'm sure I have enough for a session, and then like usually the players only go through the first like half or third of it or something, unless they're really trying to go really fast for some reason. So then the next preparation I just prepare another third after that. Maybe add some stuff based on what they got into, so I don't have to improvise quite so much. But I do like improvising, so... maybe the least damage line here is Eruption, kill the acid slime, and then defend. Can we do that? So it's 24, sort of spend... We have 5 energy, basically. We'd have to spend 4 of it on this, and then we defend. That seems fine. Mountain campaign. That sounds fun. Yeah, so we're taking 7 here is the least amount we can take, which is kind of brutal. And we can get to 7 either by killing Acid Slime with Eruption and taking 12 from him, blocking for 5 of it, or we can kill Spike Slime with Strike Flying Sleeves and then defend out, take the 7 from him. Because I'd rather have Acid Slime be dead and be in Wrath mode. Being in Wrath mode with Flying Sleeves in hand is guaranteed lethal. Wait, what am I doing? I just get lethal right now. Oh my god. Okay. Almost took a bunch of extra damage for no reason. Empty Fist is great. Okay, alright. See you around. Empty Fist is great. We need some stance exiting. Flurry Blows can be good, especially if you get, like, Talk to the Hand and stance changing and stuff. We get our second copy of Flying Sleeves. Watcher has pretty limited access to strength scaling, so the extra strength scaling on Flying Sleeves is not, like, a huge benefit. So I think we probably grab Empty Fist since it just hits so hard. Okay, so we do our third fight, and then the question mark. We can enter Eruption and kill the front Laos here. And have guaranteed lethal on the back Laos next turn. Easy peasy. We do have a stance exit, so we can take Flurry of Blows now. Yeah, I totally don't mind them not getting through the content, even if I'm preparing stuff that that they don't run into. Like, you know, maybe I use that content somewhere else, or like it helps me like define the world so that I have an easier time improvising. Plus, it's just fun, just making stuff. Do we take Flurry of Blows here? I would just take Sash Whip instead. Sash Whip blocks versus Gremlin Nub. Transform Shrine. Okay, you can have this strike. We received an Evaluate. Ooh, Mummified Hand. I took Mummified Hand and Mental Fortress. Just kidding, we can't afford that. We could skip the Mummified Hand and grab, like, Conclude here. Conclude's insane. If we take Mummified Hand, we're probably looking for, like, Diva Form or something. Because then we can play Diva Form and, you know, play whatever else costs 0. Does this look like a Diva Form deck so far? Actually, kind of does. Evaluate. It's very, very Diva Form-y card. Other than that, we just got some attacks. Conclude is really good, though. We could take, like, Conclude and Toy Ornithopter. I don't really like taking Mental Fortress this early. There's no, like, Talk to the Hand here. There's no Wave of the Hand either. Nothing like, you must buy this to play Watcher. And Mummified Hand certainly has the biggest, like, late game upside. And we're still really early, so we can just pick Mummified Hand and then pick, like, Foresight and stuff later to make it work. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Alright, are we fighting this Elite? Yeah, we're at, like, full health. I think we're doing Elite over Fire. This does force us into 2 elites, but I think we can handle 2 elites, most likely. Probably don't want to go into Eruption right now. I guess it would be like Eruption, Strike, Miracle Strike. We could do probably Empty Fist next turn. So if we do all that, that's 24 plus 9 is 33. So we can't kill anybody, but we can put either one of them in range of dying to any attack. Either one of the outside ones. We take 18 for the privilege. If we're going to draw Empty Fist next time, that's 18 damage. 18 plus 24 is 42, so I could put the Eruption on the middle guy, and then 2 strikes on the front guy. If we miss Vigilance and Empty Fist, we probably die. No, because if we miss those 2, then we're getting Flying Sleeves, and like maybe Sash Whip. Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, those things are hard to tune. Did you found that it's too easy to set up like basically infinite damage? Or it's just not scaling up fast enough? Okay, so if I don't turn 1 Eruption, what am I doing? Probably like double defense striking. It seems like it's really unlikely to kill an outside sentry before the first loop is over. So I think I will go Eruption here. We do get punished if we don't draw Empty Fist, though. We did draw Empty Fist, so we can kill this one really efficiently. It's probably Empty Fist Vigilance to block. Should be able to avoid taking too much more damage. Probably just double defend Sash Whip here. We don't get the weak, but we were never going to get the weak in this fight. They have too many artifact charges. So 9 plus 16 is 25, plus 12 is 37, not quite 40, so we probably don't want to go into Eruption. And I will use Flying Sleeves this turn. Could be important that we spend them on efficiently. If we draw Empty Fist, which is in the draw pile, we can kill this guy. And we didn't. But that's okay, because we blocked out. Do we just kill him with Empty Fist next turn? It seems like there's very little value to striking him. So I think we Empty Fist and strike the back one. Taking 1 to develop the strike is probably correct. I'll wait on Flying Sleeves for Eruption. Or until we have lethal just through some other method. I don't know exactly how the blights work, so I'm not because I haven't really played Infinite. That sounds like it would make things harder. 1 artifact per loop seems really intense, though. That's like much more aggressive to silent players than it is to other classes. So maybe 1 Metallicize, 1 regen, and 1 strength. There's a Mental Fortress. We have Mummified Hand and some stance changing. So we could go in on that. I did express some reluctance to pick Mental Fortress at that shop, and I do still believe that. It's hard to make that work in Act 1. Guardian's probably the best boss for it, but Guardian is also just the easiest Act 1 boss. Yeah, right. The strength. Yeah, the strength isn't necessarily the best mechanism for that, but it does keep the sort of numerology 3 buffs thing. Also, I think adding strength is a more elegant way to increase damage than just... Does it just increase the damage? Oh, that seems kind of odd. Do you get like a debuff that applies extra damage percent or something? I think I will take Mental Fortress over Skip though. There's not much here at this card pick. I'm not a big believer in foreign influence. Get a surprise shop with 28 gold. Not very helpful. Can't afford anything. Probably more afraid of Gremlin Knob than anybody else. Not a good start either. Sash Whip is excellent. Oh, I was wondering why he was doing 14 on turn 1. It's because he has a less challenging moveset. He's not making us vulnerable. He's doing the quote-unquote big attack. We can Eruption this turn. We could also Mental Fortress Eruption, so instead of taking 28, we take 24. If we Eruption and Flying Sleeves, we take 28. We're definitely not fighting another elite if we do that. I guess let's play a Mental Fortress and see what it hits. Okay, defend, that's not super good. Giving all enemies blockade is kind of weird, though. I don't really like that because there's only one enemy in the game who has blockade right now, and that's Spheric Guardian. It's just weird to give everybody that. Plus, it doesn't scale per loop. You know, it's just always there. We could just Vigilance. And then when we draw Empty Fist, we have extra energy. But he keeps hitting us, and he gets more strength. But we just don't have lethal now. So I don't think we can afford to just tank it. Alright, we're not going to defend, though. This fight's too long for that. Okay, we did get Empty Fist, so we can Empty Fist and Sash Whip. And Strike. I'll save the Flying Sleeves for when Wrath comes back. Unless we're getting lethal before that. This is 12 damage, 12 plus 8 is 20. So if we play Flying Sleeves and get it back, we get lethal. So that adds a 1 in 7 out for lethal next turn, which I think I would like. I think also lethal out is Wrath. And it was 1 in 9 instead of 1 in 7 because I wasn't counting the other cards. Okay, now he is actually attacking for 24. So we have to block. So let's just block with all the energy because we have to get lethal next turn no matter what. Okay, and we did. Alright, keeping 7 health is less than I was imagining. There's Nirvana. We already have Mental Fortress, so the, like, picking up 2 powers that, like, sometimes give you block is a little bit iffy. Yeah, I don't know if there's an elegant way to... It's funny, because Slay the Spire, like, there's a lot of rules that you can tweak, and there's a lot of ways that you can extend it, but it really is balanced around, like, being fun to play on Ascension 20, I feel like. It's, like, a little bit too easy on other Ascensions, and if you tweak things too far, they sort of break. And I feel like trying to make the fights longer is one of the things where, like, if you tweak it too far, it just ends up kind of breaking. It's fun, I think, but I'm not sure there's a great way to do it. You could, like, try and add phases to things, so, like, after you kill a monster, they, like, pull an awakened one and come back. Or, like, you could add 2 copies of monsters or something. You could give monsters intangible periodically. That would make the fight last a lot longer. Conjure Blade is also available. We have a Bottled Miracle, so there's a lot we can do with that right now. It's not necessarily good later. We did say we wanted to pick a Diva form because we have a Mummified Hand, so maybe Conjure Blade makes that dream a little better. Conjure Blade's also just a really good card, but it is up against Protect, which is also quite good. I think I'll take a Conjure Blade. We need to survive right now. We're at 7, so we'll pick the card that we can use to win fights immediately. We could just go to this extra fire here, so take 1 fight and a fire. I don't think we're taking either elite, so we're really just comparing like these little middle routes. And I think the extra fire makes it the best one. Ooh, a Toxic Egg. That's excellent. Alright. Let's survive this fight. Probably Mental Fortress double defend Flying Sleeves. We can actually guarantee that Mental Fortress hits a defend because it never hits Conjure Blade by Flying Sleeves first. And play all these. And I think I will Conjure Blade for 1. Eruption Empty Fist is quite a bit of damage, but it's not lethal. It's 1827. Sure. I don't mean, like, breaking things in terms of, like, the game crashes. I mean, like, the game just doesn't function very well. It gets kind of stretched out. This could be our Bottled Miracle if we wanted to. If we Bottled Miracle, we do have lethal, I believe. Because we're 27 plus 12, yeah. Or we can just block out with Vigilance Evaluate. How much damage is left in the deck? 9, 17 plus 12 is 29. So it would take at least 2 turns to get a kill. Actually, that's not technically true, because we have we're going to shuffle and Evaluate in, so we draw all this next turn, most of the time. Yeah, I would be curious what happens if every time you loop, all the enemies get an extra intangible stack at the beginning of the fight. So, like, after loop 3, that you've got 2 turns of intangible, and then you can fight the enemies. I think that's the most clear way to just make fights longer in the existing corpus of rules. It is a bit like, it's top down though, right? It's like, I want to make fights longer so they last this long, right? Guaranteed. And I think it'll lead to a lot of infinite decks that like blow people up on the first non-intangible turn, but still, it would achieve your goal. I think we do Bottled Miracle here. I have a line that guarantees survival, so I should probably take it, given that we are at 6. Alright, Empty Body Plus is great. So is Spirit Shield, of course. We do have Mental Fortress, so we should probably try and use it. Yeah, Nemesis is... Yeah, it would take twice as long for the artifact charges to pay out, to fall off. The heart, too. Imagine killing the heart. I guess you don't have to kill the heart on Endless, but like, oh my god, if the heart had 4 charges of artifact, it's like, hold on a second while I just beat you up. Buff myself. It's tough to pick Empty Body Plus over Spirit Shield, but I think I'm supposed to do it here with Mental Fortress. Alright, we get to rest here. Can we fight this elite? Probably shouldn't. This is a decent chance of dying. But it's either elite, hard pool fight, question mark, or question mark 2 hard pool fights. It's not like we get a huge break if we go to the right. We get an extra relic if we fight the elite. More chance of rare cards. And it can't be Gremlin Knob again. But I think we do probably die to either Sentries or Lagavulin, most likely. Yeah, I guess Lagavulin we do have Conjure Blade. Empty body blocks against Sentries. Nah, I think I'll take the question mark. Ooh, it's a fight too. That's rough. I think we're probably going Eruption, kill the back one, hurt the front one. Let's see, this is 16 plus 9, that's 25. We can do 12 plus 9 is 21. So I guess I'll do Eruption Sash Whip on the back one and strike the front one. Yeah, I would play around with it, but I would... I'm not, like, you know, I haven't tried it myself, so I can't say for sure it works. But it's probably broken for some reason. Weave is available, 3rd Eye plus. It's like 3rd Eye plus. It's a pretty amazing card. We can Eruption the Fungi Beast and Sash Whip the Louse to death, and retain the Flying Sleeves. And hope we get lethal here. We didn't. Okay, well we can just Vigilance and defend the block out. No big deal. I guess Vigilance 3rd Eye is better. Let's get rid of everything that's not a strike. We just want to kill him next turn. Okay. Well, there's 2 hallway fights down. Ooh, we got Flex Ancient Potion. Scrawl Plus is pretty insane. We get a 2nd Mental Fortress if we want it. Evaluate. I don't think Evaluate is better than Scrawl Plus. What about Mental Fortress versus Scrawl Plus? Do we have enough damage for fighting the Guardian? Yeah, I think we probably do. We just have big Conjure Blade. Probably want to Conjure Blade for like 4 or something in that fight. We also have Flex Pot, Ancient Pot, so we probably have enough damage for anything. Alright, let's grab Scrawl. It's a really good setup card. Okay, we can Eruption Empty Body. Eruption Sash Whip Miracle Empty Body. So we're doing 16, 25. And we're weakening, so we can put it on the Looter. And then he does 3 less damage, so he does 8. We take 8 damage. Alternate plan, we could empty body third eye defend. And just block out. Nah, I think I like eruption, Session, and other stuff. We can evaluate and then scroll. We're likely to draw the insight, so we can just keep drawing. We can't quite afford Vigilance, Empty Fist. We can just, like, defend Strike. Oh wait, let's decost something, see what it is. Okay, I guess we're gonna defend Empty Fist. Alright, should be able to get lethal on Looter next turn. Actually, we have to use Flying Sleeves to get it, but that's okay. That's what it's here for. And hopefully we can avoid taking any more damage in the fight. Vigilance blocks out, third eye sets up for next turn. We're just looking for damage next turn. And we found it. Alright, we survived. Weave goes pretty well with the third eye we just picked up. We have a lot of draw, because we have Evaluate and Scrawl, which are both drawing a lot of cards, so picking up a Weave is pretty reasonable. Crescendo also works pretty well. Since we have some stance-changing stuff. We don't have a Flurry yet, though, so it's a little bit scary. Weave is terrible against Guardian, though. Halt also costs 0, so it combos with the card draw stuff and stance changing. It's also a rare deck scaling card. Quite like Halt. We need to find like a Tantrum or something. We need more ways to enter Wrath. And we do have Crescendo being offered, so we could just take it. We have a couple of exits, so we can just wait until we draw one, and then Crescendo, do a bunch of damage, exit. Retain cards are kind of bad with Scrawl. You don't want to be retaining a bunch of stuff if you're playing Scrawl, because then you want, you want to have a almost empty hand so you can draw a bunch of cards. Lagavulin kind of fun with Intangible. You just always wait. Never wake him up early. Why would you do that? Also, it'd be really difficult to wake him up because you can't get through the plated armor. I guess if you're on a, on loop 3 or something, you could probably get through the plated armor, but yeah, I like Halt, I like Crescendo. I also like Cut Through Fate. Cut Through Fate's a great card. And I like Weave. These are all pickable. But I think Halt is the one that, burrows right to the warm, gooey center of the deck. We need to find a Tantrum, though. We need to rest here. We could probably get through the fight without resting, but I don't want to try it. Alright, I think we're pretty clearly Ancient Pot flex spotting here. And I guess going into Eruption seems pretty good too. I'll just exit. We don't want to be in Wrath mode next turn, and I'd rather keep the Miracle. We could just take 9 damage to develop a Conjure Blade for 4 here. Or we could Evaluate and Miracle Conjure Blade. If we Evaluate Miracle Conjure Blade, we also do 5 damage with the Letter Opener. Seems fine. Maybe this is a Master Reality deck. We're putting a lot of cards into the draw pile. Let's try and draw some more block. Actually, we got kind of enough block. Let's draw anyway. Let's see what this hits. We defend. Alright. We're blocked out. There's the Expunger. Although it's not on a Wrath turn. Looks like we can transform him anyway. This is 42 damage. So we kind of just want to do strike, Expunger here. I always feel kind of bad when you like cheese your way through a boss fight with like a cultist potion or a ancient pot combo, because it's like, am I really measuring if I like got strong enough during this act, or am I just winning because I did something silly? The world may never know. This Guardian certainly doesn't know. He's just fighting for his life. We keep trying Insight and Scrawl at the same time, and they do the same thing. Okay, so we have Eruption, Halt, and Empty Body in the same turn, so we should probably do that thing. We could Third Eye and then Scrawl to set up stuff. We're probably breaking him though, so we probably don't really need to Empty Body. We probably will anyway. So we're gonna Empty Body. I guess we can break him with what we have already, so Third Eye is kind of a waste. So we should just like strike Flying Sleeves, Empty Body, and just keep the Scrawl around. This is lethal. We need to block the damage return. Okay. That was easy. We get Alpha Plus. That's another Master Realities card. Lessons Learned is obviously great. Ragnarok's good. We have Mummified Hand to make Ragnarok even better. Although Mummified Hand also makes Alpha better, both because Omega will decost something to 0, and because Beta is expensive and benefits from decosting. With all the draw, this like Scrawl and stuff, that makes our Alpha pick way better, because we can get to Beta Omega really quickly. We also picked a lot of defensive cards in Act 1. Halt, Third Eye, Empty Body. Mental Fortress, Evaluate. We didn't pick Evaluate technically, but we got it. So we're in pretty good shape to like hunker down until Omega goes off. Our card rewards are insane with Question Card, Toxic Egg. Get 4 cards and upgrade any skills. So Alpha's clearly way better than Skip. Blasphemy Plus is a great card, because you can blow people up on specifically the correct turn. Also, it does some stance changing stuff, so if we get Flurry of Blows, it would get it back. Ragnarok is neat because we can decost it to 0. Lessons Learned is good because we have Toxic Egg, so we likely have pretty low pressure for upgrades. And if we get Lessons Learned, then we likely upgrade pretty much every card in the deck, which is generally a sign that your deck is winning the game. But Alpha is just so good right now. I think it's got to be Alpha. Okay. We don't have any Potion Synergy. We don't have White Beast Statue or Potion Belt or anything. So I would much rather have an Energy Relic than a Sacred Bark, but this Energy Relic specifically is pretty dangerous. We do have a lot of block, but getting the Heart and extra strength is no joke. But we're not fighting the Heart soon. We've got a lot of time to spool up for that. And if we want to pick a Diva form, and we do want to pick a Diva form, or like an omniscience, we need to pick the energy relic, and the only energy relic here is Philosopher's Stone. Tiny House and Sacred Bark are both strictly better than Skip, since they only help you. Got plenty of room for potions. The best upgrade is probably Eruption. Second best is like weirdly Evaluate. It blocks for so much more when you upgrade it. Yeah, we get like faster, and we get better Conjure Blades, and we're more able to play Omega if we take Philosopher's Stone. Like we have to do it. Collector, okay. We have 206 gold, so the priority for Act 2 pathing is question marks. We could go to a Mega Elite, gets us an extra question mark versus this route. Also, this route forces us into a store, which we're not necessarily super comfortable with. We do get an absolute ton of fires over here, though. 3 fires, and then more question marks if we want them. Only 1 elite, though. We get 3 elites on the left, but we have to do a bunch of hallway fights first, and then an elite before a fire, which seems scary. Yeah, I think we go to these 2 question marks, and then once we get here, we decide. We could end up going on any of these routes. So let's see what we think when we get there. Alright, starting with Alpha seems good. I'm going to hold Mental Fortress. The ideal thing here is we Miracle and Scrawl, draw Beta, and then Mental Fortress hits Beta. Okay, we did draw Beta. Maybe we don't have time for Mental Fortress. Because if we want to Beta, maybe we like Beta Vigilance this turn. If Mental Fortress hits either Vigilance or Beta, though, we're really happy. Actually, if it hits Empty Fist, we've got a good line there too. We could empty Mental Fortress, Vigilance, Empty Fist, then Beta. Yeah, we can actually do that even if it doesn't decost any of those cards, because we have 3 energy, 1 energy, 2 energy, 0. Hit a strike. Okay, well, we'll just proceed as planned. Okay, the goal here is blocking out. We can block for 15, 21. He's only hitting for 22, so that seems fine. We could Sash Whip. Sash Whip blocks for, what, 5 here? Yeah, blocks for 5, so that's as much as a defend is blocking for. There's not really any advantage to doing it. Alright, there's Omega. We can Omega Empty Body Halt, block for 10, take 6. Insight causes a shuffle. Oh, Insight gets us Third Eye, which blocks for actually less than Empty Body. I guess let's Insight, Shuffle, and if we get Vigilance, we can Vigilance Empty Body, and then still Omega. We did get Vigilance. So we go down 2 energy, 3 energy, 0 energy, but then we can use this, and whatever Omega hits, it's guaranteed to hit either Flying Sleeves or Third Eye. Either one's fine with me. If we hit Third Eye, it's probably better. Oh wait, we've already blocked out because we changed stances a bunch, so that was probably worse. But whatever, we get to set up next turn. We're getting a lethal next turn no matter what, so we might as well have some fun. Oh, yeah. I probably don't want to pick Prostrate. I don't think that's necessarily something the deck is doing. Consecrate is interesting. We're drawing a lot of cards with Scrawl. And we don't have any AoE, so Consecrate would be our first access to that. Although technically we did pass a concluded a shop in Act 1. So we could have gotten that, but then we wouldn't have gotten Mummified Hand, and Mummified Hand is really good. I think I will pick Consecrate. Consecrate tends to be pretty good in Act 2. Ooh, Ancient Writing. Yeah, we're getting 7 upgrades. Seems good. Okay. Let's reduce our hand size down really low and then scroll. We could evaluate first. I guess the evaluate is net positive card draw right now, since it clears out of hand. We did not draw beta, so I guess we just Conjure Blade for 3. Unless we have lethal. I don't think we do. There's beta. We can Mental Fortress Vigilance, but we don't have any exit, so we can't play beta if we do that. So maybe we just beta Vigilance, take 4. We could, like, strike Sash Whip, Flying Sleeves, Mental Fortress, and hope that it hits beta. And if it hits Vigilance, we block out. Which is not a terrible outcome. Yeah, I guess I'm okay with that. We shuffle really soon if we don't get it. No, because then we take 12. Taking 12 is more than we take with just Vigilance beta. We can draw that card and shuffle with Insight, or we could have Omega hit a card in this current hand. It seems like hitting either Defend or Third Eye is probably better than hitting Expunger. Actually, no, because Expunger plus Omega is lethal, so let's go for that. Did a Defend. Okay, that's fine. Oh wait, Expunger is still lethal. It's 27. And then we're doing 50, so we have lethal. Okay. Alright, so it was turn 3 Omega. We did not manage... We had to scroll on turn 1 and still didn't get beta, so that was kind of unlucky. Can do better. Study Plus is available, which helps us draw faster. It's a little bit tough to set up, though. But it's actually not that tough to set up because we have Mummified Hand and it's already upgraded, so it's going to decost something. We have quite a few things to decost. Eruption, I guess just Beta and Omega. Eruption, Vigilance, Beta, Omega are the things we decost. But we also have quite a bit of zero cost stuff and an X cost thing. So we have quite a bit of control over what it hits. Okay, we'll take Study Plus. It's kind of a weird one. I usually don't pick that card, but here we are. Okay, well we'll probably just take the curse and get rid of it at the shop, which forces us this way. But we probably wanted to go that way anyway. We could lose 18 HP. We're pretty high. If we lose 18 HP, we're probably still going to the shop though. But we go to the shop more able to buy a relic, because we aren't forced to card remove. If we're forced to card remove, it would be our first card remove, so it'll cost 75, and then most likely we don't have enough for a shop relic. Or for Diva Form, for that matter. It only actually takes 13 current HP, because you do heal the 5 from the max HP. So if we lose 13 current HP, we go to 54. 54 is not too bad, especially if we are going on this route, which I think we are. So yeah, I'll just take the max HP. Fine. No Diva Form. We have access to a membership card, which you should probably buy. think we can afford membership card and Conjure Blade here. Do we want another copy of Conjure Blade? Unclear. Maybe we want that inner piece. Draw cards, change stances. We can't have both. Oh wait, we can have both. We want both? We could also remove a card for 38 right now. So we could Conjure Blade card remove. That would expend almost exactly all of our money. We'd have 1 money left. Man, I really wish we'd gotten Bloody Idol this game. We like just got the event that turns in Bloody Idol, and then we went to a shop and found membership card. We would have had so much money for this shop. It seems like Inner Peace is better at doing Omega things. And we have quite a bit of zero cost stuff, so we should probably take Inner Peace. I think it's just Inner Peace card remove. We've already got a copy of Conjure Blade. We don't really want two. At least just since we don't have Chemical Axe. What are we card removing? I guess a Strike Plus. They're good, but they're not better than other cards in the deck. Alright, we do get max value out of this heal. And we're going to a bunch of campfires, so there's no reason to take a risk. We'll get the upgrades we need. Slavers, extra strength. Let's play Alpha and Third Eye Defend. What do we want next turn? Probably don't want those. Probably don't want that. Maybe I should have gotten rid of Consecrate. Our AoE is obviously Alpha. I'm not sure how I forgot about that. We're really looking for Scrawl next turn. Let's keep a Defend Plus and get rid of everything else. Inner Peace might allow me to draw cards next turn. So I think we'll go for it. I'm going to drink the Liquid Bronze so that when this does 50 damage, he dies. When Omega does 50 damage, he dies. We did not find Scrawl. We have Eruption Empty Fist, so maybe we can kill somebody. Eruption Empty Fist does 27 damage, so we can't kill anybody. It looks like we can probably play the whole hand, though. So I guess we do. Taking a ton of damage here. But hey, Act 2 Elites, what do you want? Alright, so we want Scrawl to draw exactly 5 cards, so that it draws beta and does not shuffle. We have 6 cards in hand right now, so we should Scrawl right now, before we play anything else. Alright, and then we can beta and insight and get Omega right now, so we have lethal. Okay. Art of War is great. We trigger that pretty frequently, I think. Protect Plus is definitely in the deck. I don't think any of the other ones are close. Just Lucky is kind of interesting with the like Scrawl card draw plan. But I think I just need more ways to block. We've got a couple of campsites in a row here, so this is going to be a pretty easy Act 2 from here on out. So we probably want to get 3 upgrades, if we can. if there's 3 good upgrades to get. But we do have quite a few upgrades, especially with that ancient writing. So the best upgrades left are probably like Mental Fortress, Eruption, Empty Fist. Oh wait, what about Sash Whip? Sash Whip's a pretty good upgrade. So maybe like Mental Fortress, Sash Whip, Empty Fist. Maybe Eruption over Empty Fist. I think the best one right now is Mental Fortress, though. And then we have to see what's in the chest for the other ones. Ink bottle, huh? Well, any draw is good in an Omega deck. We're gonna have to be really aware of that ink bottle, though. Evaluate's got a big upgrade. Evaluate and Vigilance both get 4 block, but Evaluate costs half as much. We end up playing Evaluate quite a bit, too. I think maybe the next upgrades are Sash Whip and Evaluate. Because our focus is just blocking while we get Omega up, and those are the upgrades that help us do that the best. Do we want to be a ghost? I think we do. Being a ghost when you, while you're getting up alpha is really good. We do lose a lot of current HP. Or some current HP. We lose 7 current HP. Okay. Well, now we're definitely upgrading, and it's definitely an aberration. Oh, they came upgraded because of Toxic Egg. I totally forgot about that. Yeah, that's an absolutely great event when you have Toxic Egg. So we already have 3 Apparition Pluses, which is amazing. Okay, so how does that change how the deck works? Clearly, quite significantly. I think we still take the Sash Whip upgrade. Or maybe Vigilance. There's not a lot of upgrades left. These are all sort of scraping the barrel ones. Yeah, I think Sash Whip is a pretty big change. Sash Whip doesn't do that much against Collector, though. We're unlikely to get through his artifacts. Wait, does he have artifacts on this Ascension level? I have no idea. Let's do Vigilance, just to make sure we can block for more on that turn. Okay, these guys are kind of scary sometimes. We're always playing Alpha. Looks like we can block him out, so we don't really care. We can keep the Apparition. I'll play Halt to proc Ink Bottle. Okay, this is the Scrawl turn. Let's Consecrate. We need to block for a bunch, so let's Evaluate before we Scrawl. And then Miracle Scrawl. Alright, we got Beta, so we should probably play that. We can also Mental Fortress Vigilance. So let's Mental Fortress first, because it could hit Vigilance. Or Beta. Eruption costs 0 now, so we could just do Eruption before we Vigilance and block out for even more. It's not really necessary, but it is free damage, so I'll take it. We could Conjure Blade to proc Ink Bottle. I guess that puts a card between us and Omega, though, so we probably shouldn't. Alright, that Mental Fortress thing is working pretty well that turn. Let's Third Eye so that we can guarantee we get Omega next turn. We were going to get it anyway. I guess I'll keep it Defend and the Apparition. The rest of this doesn't matter. I'll keep an Apparition for next turn, just in case. There's no way we don't have lethal. He said not enough energy, but I did actually have enough energy. I don't know if I've seen that happen. I don't generally play super fast, so it's funny that there's little timings. Let's study first, see if it hits Omega. Okay, well then Omega's guaranteed to hit Defend, and then we can keep our Intangible going as we win the fight. Alright, there's a Flurry of Blows. We could certainly pick that, since we have some stance changing. I think we've sort of fallen off the wagon on the stance changing thing, though. We like never found that tantrum. So we really just have 2 stance exits and 2 stance enters and an inner piece to draw some cards. So I don't know if necessarily we're 100% in on Flurry of Blows here. We're mostly just trying to kill people with Omega, and Flurry of Blows doesn't really help. Third Eye Plus does help, because we can scry through all the non-Beta Omega cards. Yeah, it's not that we wouldn't get Flurry of Blows back, it's that we don't need Flurry of Blows to win fights. It's not really that helpful. I think Empty Body, Third Eye, and Flurry of Blows are all pickable. Maybe it's Skip. Maybe Skip is best. We have kind of a big deck, and it's kind of a problem for... Oh my god, we're on low ascension, so we get 5 apparitions. What the fuck? 5 apparitions is so nuts. 5 apparition pluses. The glory. That's unbelievable. Jeez. Yeah, our deck is huge. Maybe we do need to skip. Third Eye kind of makes the deck smaller, though, because it scries past cards. I think I take Third Eye over Skip. I always end up with big decks when I have an egg, because the cards you're adding are so good. It never feels like a mistake to add them. Okay, we're gonna play Alpha and all the other cards, so let's just get on with it. We're taking quite a bit of damage here, too. Oh, that's true. We could have gotten an extra energy. We don't super need the extra energy, but, you know, could have had it. I think we do play triple apparition here. Just block out until they come. Let's try and get Chosen down to 50 so she dies to Omega. We can Third Eye Insight to try and draw Beta. These cards aren't Beta. Chosen looks like a female to me, but I don't know, man. I don't even know if the Slay the Spire world has the same gender roles. You're thinking inside the box. I guess I'm thinking inside the box too, because I said she, but... I guess that means Awakened One is probably female too. Are all cultists female? I don't know. I guess cults are generally not single-gendered, although generally cults are not all the same artwork repeated over and over, so who knows what rules apply in this crazy world. I think I will keep the apparition, though. I want to keep that intangible rolling. Let's keep looking. Don't want that for sure. Scrawl helps us find it next turn. I'll keep Mental Fortress Vigilance. Actually, we don't need that much block. We've got Protect for next turn. We'll be fine. We don't need Halt or Empty Body. And they both shuffle Curses, so let's just end turn. Okay, so we want to draw 5 cards. We can draw 2 with Insight, although that, like, puts a card back in the deck as well. The math gets weird. So let's Insight first. Okay, we found Beta, great. So we can just Beta, and then... For each card we play, we get a card out of hand, so we draw an extra card, but then we also draw. So we get a card off hand, so we draw an extra card with Scrawl, but then there's an extra days that we can draw. So it doesn't really work out for us. So I'll play Defend just so that we have some block for the turn. And I'll play Apparition because we want to keep that rolling. And then I'll Scrawl. This is a disaster. I found Omega, but I was not ready for it for some reason. I just like totally thought I had enough energy and didn't. I think this is a fight restarting mistake. It was just completely was not paying attention. I was just like, all I have to do is draw Omega and then the fight ends, right? Not actually how that works. Okay, so we played all the cards this turn. We did go into Apparition. Something's different now, because I can't play all these cards without playing Miracle. I must have drawn the card and then hit the Eruption with the Study. So this is slightly different now. Oh yeah, that is what I did. Okay, shoot. This is different for no reason. Okay, so let's Third Eye, keep the Apparition, is I believe what happened, and then Insight. And Third Eye again. Keep only the Scrawl, is what I did. Play the Apparition, didn't play any of the other things because I didn't need them. Okay, we Insighted first. We found Beta. I think this is why I thought that I had enough mana for Omega, because I was like, okay, I have 3 right now, but then I played Defend and Apparition, and then I didn't have enough. So let's play Defend and then Scrawl, while we still do have enough energy. Okay, we do find it, okay. Okay, then we can just end turn. I don't think we need any of these. None of them draw cards. We're not in Wrath mode enough to really need Halt. Actually, So Halt is interesting. Sometimes we'll be in Wrath mode just because, like, we have Intangible up and we don't care which stance we're in. So then we could Halt and then exit on a following turn. But I think none of these are doing enough in terms of what the deck does. So let's skip them. Alright, we could rest here. We don't really need any more upgrades. We're pretty upgraded. Maybe we'll get the Eruption or Conjure Blade upgrade. Empty Fist. Oh, Sash Web. That one's probably better than Eruption or Conjure Blade. Yeah, I guess I'll take it. Keep talking about do it, I should just do it. I could get the key now, that's true. Alpha and Third Eye advance to my game plan. We're getting hit for probably 20-something next turn, so I will keep the defense, but I won't keep anything else. And then we should play cards to advance Ink Bottle. And I guess proc Letter Opener and get damage. I'm not going to play Apparition though. We're not getting attacked for 30-something. He's debuffing, or he's buffing. Which is fortunate for us. So we can just get some block. And I don't want to play another card because I would draw a card with Ink Bottle. I could theoretically Miracle and then draw a Beta, but that's unlikely to happen. draw a card. So we can Apparition and Eruption. We're probably assuming that the torch heads are just dying to Omega, so if we're going to Eruption, we should just put it on the Collector. Let's Apparition first. Do we need to defend, or can we just take 3? I think I'll defend because it does AoE damage, if nothing else. Oh wait, we're going to Scrawl to do the Proc Letter Opener. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's Miracle out Scrawl. We did find Veda. And so Omega is guaranteed to be in the next hand. We can't play more cards because we can't afford Omega currently. We can play one more card. And that means we're intangible on the turn we play Omega. We're not going to play Consecrate. Alright, it's a debuff turn, so the kind of wasted the whatchamacallit. Let's play Mental Fortress first, so if it decosts Omega, we get value out of that. Okay, it did not. Third eye costs 0. Which is neat. Probably want Apparitions for the rest of the fight. Keep like that. This costs 0, so I guess I'll do it. Okay, it's probably Apparition, Defend. And I guess Strike over Empty Fist. Kind of like being in Wrath mode. Means I maybe get a kill next turn. We could Vigilance Inner Piece to draw cards, but I'm not sure what card we were looking for. We wouldn't be able to play any of them. So I'll just halt to set up Ink Bottle for next turn / next fight. Probably next fight. He's only blocking for 40, so we can just end turn to kill him. Interesting. Devotion's good with, whatchamacallit, Mummified Hand. So we could just do that. I'm not sure if going into Divinity is really something we need to be doing, though. It's a sort of distraction, little side plan. Wish is a side quest, which we could probably accomplish. I was looking for Diva form here. It comes upgraded, so we could just get plated armor. We don't really need the strength. The gold is super good, though, because we have membership cards, so it's basically double value gold. We can also get to decost it with Mummified Hand. It doesn't draw cards. It's hard to get out of hand. We do need armor. It's helpful. I mean, so the thing plated armor does with Intangible is you don't have to spend an energy playing a block card. Because I don't really want to take like 1 damage or 3 damage, you know? I would rather play a block card. All right, CSR Edible. Yeah, I really just need more draw, and none of these do that. Have a good session. Yeah, I think I'll take Wish over Skip. Brilliance is worse than Skip, I think. Spirit Shield's probably better than Skip. But I don't really need like big block cards. Maybe Spirit Shield is better than Wish. I think they're both sort of hovering in the barely better than Skip territory. What's the deal with Devotion? So decost stuff. If we had access to Heatsink, then we could pick more powers, but I think just no at the moment. Yeah, maybe we just skip. No, Spirit Shield has to be better than skip, right? There's no way Spirit Shield's worse than skip. Wish, I think I could go either way. So I guess I'll take Spirit Shield then. Alright, we have access to Snecko Eye, which does more card draw. Snecko Eye plus Mummified Hand are good friends. It makes Scrawl really hard to play though. But, like, all Scrawl does is draw you cards, and Snecko Eye is super good at drawing cards. So we'll probably pick Snecko Eye. We don't really need extra energy for elite fights in particular. I feel pretty good about the Dex energy diet. So I would probably pick Holy Water over a Slaver's Collar. I am a little bit worried about Snecko Eye plus Philosopher's Stone killing us. Snecko Eye can definitely put you in a position where you're not able to block for very much, and Philosopher's Stone can definitely put you in a position where your opponents are killing you. So we like become even more draw order dependent. Also, Snecko Eye does randomize the cost of Alpha, so it's possible we end up with a 3-mana Alpha in our opening hand, and then our deck is just kind of broken, which is not appealing. Yeah, I'd say Snecko Eye has a decent chance of killing the run. But if Snecko Eye doesn't kill us, we do win. I think given the low Ascension, we don't need to take that risk. And we're probably on a good track to winning without Snecko Eye. So I think we'll pass it just because it introduces randomness that we will probably win in the absence of. So I think I'll take Holy Water. Holy Water is a pretty impressive card. Or relic. Yeah. Alright, Time Eater. Alpha decks are pretty good against Time Eater. We also have some big bulky block cards, like Spirit Shield and Intangible. So we can usually get away with blocking him with very few cards, which is great. It doesn't look like we have a ton of gold, so we have 232. But we actually do have a ton of gold because we have a membership card. So we should focus on going to a store. We also have to find the Mega Elite, but he's very accessible because he's late in the act. So just anywhere that gets here can get to him. Actually, that's not quite true. Here or here. These two campfires. Let's go to one of those two. And one of them's right after the early shop, so let's go to that early shop. Alright, we got Scrawl on turn 1, so let's do some crazy combo stuff. We probably need to play Protect this turn, so I'll go ahead and play Protect before Scrawl. Alright, there's Beta. And then, let's see. So we could play Vigilance to block for 28. They're hitting for 33 though. So let's play Study and Apparition. And I guess Strike. I like how we procced Ink Bottle this turn, and we have it set up again for next turn. Probably going to play Apparition this turn. It also draws the card, so let's see what that card is. And then just Spirit Shield, I guess. Spirit Shield, defend. Oh wait, we don't need to defend if we're Spirit Shielding. In fact, we don't really need Spirit Shield because we are intangible. So I guess we just defend Conjure Blade. Conjure Blade's kind of weird because it puts a card between us and Omega sometimes. but that card does 18 damage, so could Eruption Empty Body. Empty Body also blocks out. I think I like Defend Conjure Blade. Oh, we found Omega. Okay, so Omega wins, right? Let's make sure we're getting enough damage on the middle one. Boop. Foresight's great. Foresight's pretty much exactly what we want. Triggers Mummified Hand, thins the deck, gets us towards Omega. Get over here. We get a card remove shrine. I think this is going to be Consecrate. We don't really need the AoE from Consecrate, and it scaled way off after Act 2, so. Ooh, Surprise Shop, huh? Well, now we're going to be forced to go to 2 shops in a row, because we do have to go here to get to the Mega Elite. Oh no, I guess that's not true. Oh wait, it is true. Yeah, we can't go this way, because then we end up on this branch and we can't get there. Unless we find Wing Boots, which is a rare relic. Okay, so we're forced to go to 2 shops, so we should probably only spend about half of our money. There is a Tori available, which is great. Should probably take the Tori. There's also a Strange Spoon. Strange Spoon with Ghost decks is pretty insane. Impatience triggers a decent amount with this deck. Alright, let's get Strange Spoon first. Getting those extra intangibles is really good. And then if we want to get to Omega the best, we would buy Impatience and card remove. How many attacks do we have? We have very few attacks. We've got Eruption, Empty Fist, Flying Sleeves, Sash Whip, and 2 strikes. So that's like 6. We've got 6 attacks in a 30-card deck. So Impatience is going to be pretty easy to trigger. Yeah, Tori is great. The problem with Tori is that we already have a lot of ways to reduce damage to 1. Yeah, oh I see. You were midway through a sentence. I thought you were saying you're a fan of Tori in this context. I was about to disagree with you, but then it seems that we agree. We could Impatience Sanctity card remove. We don't have to spend all the money, remember, because we're going to another store, so maybe we just Impatience. We could do Impatience card remove, and then still have enough money to card remove at the other store. If the other store has Diva Form, do we want to save money for that? It seems reasonable. Alright, so let's skip the card remove and buy the Impatience, or that other card. Okay, Shapes. We have Protect. We don't really need Apparition this turn. We could triple Miracle Conjure Blade for 8. I'm not really sure what we're doing with all that block. I think we just play 1 Defend to set up Ink Bottle for next turn. That's true. Yeah, Spoon is definitely super nice. Actually, let's just our card now with Halt. Oh, there we go. We have an attack, so we have to use it before Impatience is online. And then Study helps us draw. And I guess we're working towards the next Ink Bottle. Okay. Probably evaluate Sanctity. Actually, maybe we want to fit in Third Eye too. We have to draw with 2 energy, but we have 3 miracles in hand, so that's fine. So let's just play them all. Get the insight. I'll draw a third eye and filter again. It's like drawing 5 cards. Scrawl seems good. I'll keep an apparition just in case. Oh, that miracle got retained. That's kind of bad. I didn't think about miracles getting discarded. We do not want those in the draw pile. Although after the first shuffle, do we really care? Right. So next card is Beta. We can actually almost guarantee that we draw Beta right now, because we can double Miracle, Spirit Shield, Scrawl. I guess we want a Spirit Shield first for the block. Yikes, all the miracles got retained. And then we have a 9 out of 10 chance of drawing Beta. There it is, and now Omega is guaranteed for next turn. Okay. This deck is starting to feel very consistent. We've got a lot of redundancy, draw manipulation now. I don't think we want another third eye though. We're full, I think. Is there a card we would add to this deck? I'm not sure there is anymore. I think even Diva Form is probably a no. Okay, we are forced to go to this shop. Ooh, Fossilized Helix would be nice. There's a Tantrum we wanted a lot a long time ago, and now don't want at all. Violence draws 4 cards. We don't necessarily have to want to play those cards, but it does draw them. I guess on average we draw... Violence draws 3 cards, because we've got 6 cards in the deck, and we on average draw Violence in the middle of them. So sometimes Violence draws 2, sometimes it draws nothing. It draws 4 fairly frequently. Actually, I guess the average isn't quite exactly 3. The average of like the median is 3. 3 is the most common, but because it can't ever draw 5, and because 4 is just as likely as 2, I guess 4 is not just as likely as 2. 4 is slightly more likely than 2, but not enough to compensate for the times it draws 1 or 0. So the average is slightly less than 3. It can go get Expunger, that's true. I have kind of given up on the Expunger thing. We could just remove Expunger, or we could remove Conjure Blade. Man, Protect Plus for 13 gold. What is this game? If we were going to remove, what would we remove? Strike is good, Flying Sleeves. Conjure Blade we don't really need. Conjure Blade is good though, especially against like the heart. I think I will take Violence. It's a pretty weird situation for Violence. But okay. Alright, we can't afford anything else except for the other Protect Plus, and I don't think we want 2 copies of Protect Plus. This is probably our recall. We don't really need any upgrades right now. We might get a card later that needs an upgrade. So let's get the key. Okay, always Alpha. We did keep Alpha that time. And then we're third eyeing. If we draw, let's see, so whatever card we leave on top, we will draw this turn. So we're either leaving, well, Mental Fortress on top so that we can play it right now, or we're taking an anonymous top card. I think I'm a fan of anonymous top card. Draws 1 more. And then we are... I guess I would like to play Empty Fist Stashwick, probably. So let's plan on that. I don't think I want to double Miracle Out Vigilance. Doesn't do that much. It does get 3 Ink Bottle procs, but the miracles are going to get those no matter what. Okay. We can violence and then spirit shield. We have 3, 6, 8 cards in hand now, so we'd actually overdraw by 1 with violence. So we'd want to like apparition violence or miracle violence, I suppose. Violence also gets saved by strange spoon sometimes. Do we have 4 attacks to draw? We don't. We have 2. Okay, so we can just violence. We don't have to play a card before it. So this would block for 32. So we don't really need an apparition. It wouldn't hurt. Only blocks for 2. Always playing that. Yeah, we have access to 5 apparitions. I think I will play 1 just to block for 2. It's kind of silly, but I think if we might take 0 damage in the fight. So. Alright, let's keep just the scroll. Let's play... Okay, so we want to draw exactly 8 cards, if possible. Impatience is in here, so if we draw exactly 5 cards, then we have a decent chance of finding either Impatience, which guaranteed draws Beta, or Beta itself. Because it doesn't look like we're going to be able to draw 8. Actually, can we draw 8 and have 2 mana left? So we have 5 mana worth of stuff, and yeah, we do, actually. So we can draw exactly 8. Okay. So let's intentionally not draw a card with that, or this, or this. And... Oops. Oh shit, ink bottom. Okay, so now we're trying to draw exactly 7 cards. Yikes. I didn't want to play Evaluate because it makes the math more complicated. But we might have to. So if the cards left in hand are... it looks like it's going to be Miracle, Third Eye, Miracle. So we just defend now and then do it. Oh wait, no. Evaluate, Third Eye. I guess we can Third Eye and just keep all of the cards on top if Omega's there. Okay, so there's Beta. Okay. So Scrawl will naturally draw 6 cards, so I can get rid of one of these. I kind of don't want to get rid of one of them. I guess I'll get rid of Conjure Blade. Okay, and then Scrawl draws 6 cards, which is exactly everything. And then we Miracle out Beta. And then we could draw it right now, but we don't have the energy to play it right now, so we probably don't want to do that. We could Miracle out Evaluate, get an extra Insight that we get next turn. But I think just having Miracle is more valuable for next turn, so we will pass. I guess we could Miracle out Study, which also gets an Insight for next turn, but also let this play something for 0. But the only things I would want to play are like Evaluate, so I'd get 2 Insights, which again is not really worth it. Okay. I will keep the Omega. Thank you. Thank you, Foresight. This turn looks like Omega Apparition to me. Ooh, we could Eruption for 0 and Conjure Blade for 3 as well. But that seems a little bit of an unnecessary risk. I don't really want to go into Wrath mode. I will Miracle out a Defend to block for 1 as well. I don't want the burns. I'll keep the Spirit Shield. Okay, so we are blocking out with these. No burns, please. Thank you. And I'll go ahead and play a Study. Why not? Should probably think about what I want Ink Bottle at for next fight. Ideally 9. So he's taking 50 this turn. and going to slightly less than 100, and then taking 1, and then taking 50 again, going slightly less than 50, and then 1, and then dying. So that's this turn, then takes 1, then 50, then takes 1, then takes 50 and dies, so it's 5 turns. Which makes sense, because it's 3 turns of damage, 2 turns of intangible. So in order to survive 5 turns, I think we can probably play 8 cards. He frequently doesn't attack, so I think we can try and set that up. We might have to cycle around again, though. Apparition can be one of the 8 cards, for sure. We don't really need inner piece. We could play a second alpha. Apparition defend, blocks out. Doesn't play too many cards. We don't really need scrawl. We don't need to block this turn at all. So it kind of doesn't matter what we get. So I don't know how to make this decision. I guess theoretically how I would make this decision is look at my total draw pile and figure out if these cards are on average better or worse than the cards in the discard pile, but that's like a lot of work, and this decision doesn't matter that much, so I'm just going to get rid of them all. Okay. This turn we have to block, and we need to also spend like 7 cards. No, I'll keep the impatience and sash up. Okay. This Flying Sleeves to set up for that. So now he's only attacking for 15, so we can easily block out. And then we need to set up Ink Bottle for next fight, so we need to play 2 more cards. Sure. Doesn't matter what the cards are. Oh, good. I was worried about drawing a burn there, because if we drew a burn, we'd probably have to play cards to block the damage. Mess up the Ink Bottle. Singing Bowl's great as a ghost. We don't have many floors left to refuse the card rewards, but this one counts. Ooh, Talk to the Hand is so good, though. So is Foresight. Jeez. We've got a lot of block options and very few attacks, so I think this is one of the rare Watcher decks where we don't pick Talk to the Hand. I think Talk to the Hand is worse than 2 HP here. Foresight's quite good. We don't really need, at the beginning of your turn, to scry for 8, but at the same time, it would be good to scry for 8, because that helps us find Omega, which is all the deck is really doing, finding Omega and surviving. So I think Foresight's probably in the deck. We haven't used a potion unit forever, because we haven't needed them. When we do need a potion, what kind do we want? Probably Distilled Chaos. Stance Potion's unlikely to be that valuable. We can block a little bit with it because we have Mental Fortress. And it could get us out of Wrath mode. Vulnerable matters to us very little, so let's discard that. The attack potion can always be like Talk to the Hand or something that saves us. Okay. Alpha and Foresight helps us get there faster. And I guess we'll go into Calm. Not worth playing any of the other cards. We need to get the Flying Sleeves out of the deck. Flying Sleeves is surprisingly problematic. We want an Apparition this turn. Third Eye is good for drawing. We don't need Protect. We might need Protect later. Yeah, because we have to get Flying Sleeves out in order to play Impatience, which is kind of problematic. Alright, so we're intangible. Let's play Third Eye and see what's coming up. Okay, so we get to draw... what is Impatience? 3 of those cards? Yeah, we get to draw 3 of these cards. And none of them are beta. So let's just get rid of all of them. And we have enough energy. Okay, we did find beta. So let's play it. And we're blocked out, so we don't need to do anything else. We don't need any block, and none of these are Omega. Hey, there's Omega. Awkwardly, we can't kill this Darkling, so we're gonna have to wait the next return. Or this Darkling, I suppose. So let's get Ink Bottle back charged up. Alright, we just really... Oh wait, shoot. I guess it's on 8. That's... Forgot about the AoE from Letter Opener. This looks like 2 max HP. Yeah, we don't need 0 cost attacks or bowling bash damage. Empty Mind would be kind of cool. But we already draw a lot, so... It's like 2 max HP. Alright, this has to be our key, unfortunately. Yeah, Damaru's not a big loss. I guess we're smithing because we don't need to rest. One of these cards. I would hate to upgrade Flying Sleeves and then remove it, so we probably shouldn't do that one. It's funny because Empty Fist is like one of the first cards I picked. And at the time, I was like, I'm going to upgrade this because it has a great upgrade for damage, but we did not do that. We upgraded almost everything else in the deck, and not that. Eruption. I think we'll do Eruption. If we have like a Scrawl or a Impatience in hand, we want to be able to reduce the number of cards we have, and reducing the cost of Eruption allows us to do that. So continuing on the never upgrading Empty Fist plan. We can Alpha and Sanctity, try and draw Beta. This is apparently our Scrawl turn, so let's buckle up for that. We want to just draw as many cards as we can, as long as we still have 2 energy to play Beta. So that's going to be all of these, and then we want to play 3 energy worth of cards. We can play Vigilance Empty Fist, which only costs 1 net energy. So we still have 2 energy left for Evaluate and Strike, I guess. We're already blocked out, so we don't need the Apparition. We'll draw Beta? No. Okay, we have to be a little bit afraid of drawing with Ink Bottle. I guess if we play 0 cost stuff, it's okay if we draw Beta. So we can play Halt and Insight. That draws... It tries to draw 3 cards, but my hand is full for the 3rd one. Maybe we'll play Violence instead. There's a Strike, a Flying Sleeves, and a Sash left. So we try to draw 3 that way also. I can't play Third Eye because then if there's a 1 in 19 chance that Beta is the top card, and I can't get rid of it, or leave a card in front of it to draw with Ink Bottle. It's a pretty low chance, though. I guess there's no chance if I play Insight, so I'll play Insight instead. Okay. And now we can play Third Eye. Or I guess we could play these powers as well. Maybe one of them hits either the other power or Third Eye. Did hit the other power. What did that one hit? Apparition? Okay. Play Third Eye and continue to look for Beta. I'll keep an Apparition just in case. Violence pulls a bunch of attacks that are not Betas. Pulls Flying Sleeves and Sash Whip. Okay, we could play Apparition just for the Ink Bottle charge, but that seems like a waste. There's Beta. He is debuffing us, so we can do whatever we want, which means we'll take Third Eye. We could Impatience and try to draw it, but if we did, we wouldn't be able to play it, so that would be upsetting. I guess I'll play Flying Sleeves to get it out of the hand. And then Third Eye to set up for next turn. Leaving a bunch of powers with it seems good, so those powers could potentially decost it, or each other. And Empty Body helps us block, which we may need. Although Empty Body is not Apparition, and I would hope to draw back to an Apparition next turn. It looks like that's not happening. Okay. We get the same choice as before. Make the same choice. Okay, first we play Foresight and hope that it hits one of these two. It did not, so we have to play Omega. And then Study is guaranteed to hit Empty Body. I guess we were guaranteed to play the whole hand that turn, but I didn't figure that out until the end. We are taking 9 damage here, which is quite a bit. And now we scry for 8. I would like to keep Protect and Apparition. I guess I'll keep Halt too. Now we're just stacking Apparitions until the fight's over. Which is next turn. So we want to play 4 cards, ideally. Doesn't matter what we choose, because they all cost 1. Alright, max HP seems good. None of these other cards are speaking to me. Looks like we're resting here. We don't get very much value out of smithing, as I've repeatedly observed, so let's rest. A note for yourself, I never get this event. Apparently I stored a strike in here for myself last time. This is a pretty pretty successful deck, so I would anticipate that we're able to take a sacrifice here of a card. We could also just like hand an Eruption Plus to ourselves later. It's like not good now, and it is good later. But I kind of want to get rid of that Flying Sleeves. It's better than Strike, right? No, I've stolen from the future. I think I'll trade it for a Strike, for a Flying Sleeves. Like, Strike is better for this deck, and Flying Sleeves is better for the future deck, so... here, have a Flying Sleeves. Alright, full health for the Reptomancer fight, but this is also a pretty scary fight. Just once, I want to like get to Act 3 with a Searing Blow Ironclad and put like a Searing Blow plus 10 in the wall and be like, this run isn't gonna make it. Future run, carry my blade. Okay, so we're clearly playing Alpha, and we can make Mental Fortress always decost Third Eye, or we could Violence and try and kill both daggers. It seems like this is the time for Violence to shine. Oh, we have Apparition. We don't need to kill both daggers. Okay, Mental Fortress is going to decost one of those two. And then we're going to play them both. There's Beta. We can almost draw it with Ink Bottle. Vigilance Empty Body blocks for a ton next turn. Let's go get some attacks and see if we can kill a dagger. Yeah, we totally can, right? Eruption Empty Fist kills one, Sash Whip Strike kills the other one. And we can't afford that. Oh wait, we can. We just have to play all 3 miracles. So that is us playing 7 cards, and that would draw a Beta, so we can't do that. We could kill one of them though. So we can like Eruption, Empty Strike, Empty Fist. with a miracle. Alright. We need to block for a lot, because this dagger is not messing around. I think it's weird that how Philosopher's Stone interacts with like daggers and other minions that get summoned during the fight, because the wording on it is very specific about how enemies start combat with 1 strength, but then he wasn't here at the start of the combat. But I guess this is the start of the combat for him? I don't know. I don't get it. Vigilance empty body blocks for a lot. They're hitting us for 36, we're blocking for 34. Seems like... Ooh, we can't play Beta Sanctity, because that might draw us Omega, and we would be unable to play it. But we can play Beta and Evaluate. Or Defend. Let's do Evaluate, so we can draw cards better later. It's a good turn to be a intangible. Let's draw 3 cards. Hey, we found the Omega. Okay, so we don't care about daggers anymore. And basically we're going to start setting up Ink Bottle for next fight at this point. There's very little Repromancer can do to stop us. We don't have to play any cards, but we can play Third Eye to set up for next turn. We're probably just getting rid of the Strike. Repromancer spent too much time messing around. She has lost her chance of killing us. I will shuffle so these foresights work next turn, because I might need to find an apparition. I'm not sure what the best path is here, because I want to have an Ink Bottle proc for next fight. And I might need to play an apparition next turn. So I guess I'll leave myself 1, but then if I don't play this foresight, I reduce my chance of getting the apparition, which could theoretically leave me dead. But I don't think it's likely to, so I'll leave myself at 8. We don't need any of these, we need an apparition. Did not get an apparition. Alright, so we're not charging up Ink Bottle for next fight. We're gonna block. Good thing we're pretty good at blocking. Okay, and so now we're trying to come around to the next Ink Bottle charge. Not bad, got it back up to 6. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Did I need to block that turn? Did I just, like, play a bunch of cards for no reason? I missed something. I was not expecting to win the fight that turn. I thought she was at 51. Oh, she was at 51 and then letter opener procced, huh? That's what happened. Do we take Wheel Kick? I think no. I think it's too expensive. Battle him? No. Creates hand size issues. So it's just 2 HP. I guess we're smithing because there's nothing else to do. Surely it's not the strike over the Empty Fist. Empty Fist gets way more damage. Is it Conjure Blade? I feel like we've only played Conjure Blade like twice in the run. It was a bit speculative of a pick when we picked it, but it's such a good card sometimes. Yeah, I think it's probably Conjure Blade over Empty Fist. Conjure Blade gets an additional 9 damage, whereas Empty Fist gets an additional 4 or 5. Is it 5? It is 5. Empty Fist has a crazy upgrade, but Conjure Blade is a better one. Sorry, Empty Fist. Okay, so we're probably just playing Alpha here. Let's see, what is our path through this fight? Because we can try and just draw 5 cards a turn. Or we can kind of go berserk and try and draw a bunch of cards. Seems like we're way more likely to lose if we go berserk and draw a bunch of cards. So let's just chill. Take our time. Okay, I'm playing Apparition this turn. And I will Third Eye to block for 1. And scratch for 5. Alright, none of these are beta. Third Eye is like just taking an extra turn though, huh? So I guess I'll play Third Eyes when I see him. None of these are beta. That one's beta. Protect mostly blocks out. Take 8. We could scrawl and play Spirit Shield and Omega. It's probably an overreaction to taking 8. But I think I will scrawl anyway. Best case scenario, we get like Omega and an Apparition. Worst case scenario, we don't get Omega. Okay, we didn't get Omega. We can just block out with any of these. Let's use this one. Alright, it's a convenient turn for Omega, because he is not attacking. We only have 3 time for next turn, but I think that's okay. I don't think we care. Pocket Watch is so good against Time Eater too. Okay, so we haven't played Mental Fortress, so we can't really block with like Vigilance Empty Body. We probably just Apparition this turn, right? And then do we proc the clock? Well, we probably want to block for at least 1. So let's do that. And then I guess I'll enter Calm and proc the clock. Okay, Apparition Third Eye blocks out this turn. I would like to draw an Apparition again next turn. This hand seems mostly fine. Don't need those cards. I guess I'll play Mental Fortress. Spin block. I'll play one of the Foresights too. Why would I play Eruption right now? We just care about blocking in this fight. Just let Omega kill him. Eruption's just an unnecessary card. These seem fine. I'm probably not sprawling next turn. We can just block with Spirit Shield and then defend to block for 2. We have another beta. Don't really need that. Can we block out without an intangible? We've got 16-25 block. Not reliably. Maybe if we had gone into Eruption, we would be able to break him this turn. No, the luck was fine. It is a low number of relics. I'm not really sure why. We were forced into a line on Act 2 that gave us only 1 elite. I think that's the main reason for the lack of relics. Oh, also the second boss relic was Holy Water, so it doesn't show up. We didn't end up buying almost any relics at stores. We bought this Strange Spoon and that's it. We'll probably buy a relic with the Act 4 show up though. Yeah, I think we just end turn. Okay, so now he heals, which is kind of bad for us. I guess we could play another beta while he's healing. Actually, there's no intangible over here, so we might be in a little bit of danger next turn. So we probably don't want to leave ourselves with 3 on the clock. I think I'll just leave it with 4 on the clock. Okay, he's hitting us for 29. We have some pretty decent block. Yeah, we're going to be able to block that. Okay. Spirit Shield does it. I think if we can get away with playing 1 card, we play 1 card. 3 on the clock is okay. We don't need Eruption, although he is... We could get out of it, and we do have Mental Fortress up. But we only have 3 on the clock, so we would have to do, like, Eruption, Halt, Vigilance. Does that block her enough? We change stances twice, so we get 12 from that. We get 12 from Vigilance, that's 24. And then we get 18 from Halt. So 24 plus 18 is 36, so it actually blocks out exactly. Okay. So it does a little bit of damage, I suppose. Does he get 2 strength on this? Yeah, he does. He is not attacking, so our choices basically don't matter. I'll keep the 3rd eye to make sure that I get intangible the following turn. I guess I'll play Foresight, that's even better. And leave myself with 11 on the clock to block it, just in case. None of these are intangible. Is there an intangible to draw? There is not. Okay, so Spirit Shield is the best we got, and it's right here. We don't really need Scrawl or Strikes. Or Study. There's a lot of hubbub for being able to block with 2 cards. Okay, so we just win. Neat. Perfect Time Lord. Not too stressful. I guess we'll finally upgrade Empty Fist after the strike that we gave ourselves from the note on the wall. Second to last card in the deck. We can't afford Bald Tornado, although I think we would probably like it if we could. There's a lot of card draw available, Master Strategy and Empty Mind. We don't get any value out of Nunchaku. Our potion slots are full, but maybe we do actually buy Cauldron. There's a lot better potions that are available. Probably card removing that strike seems good. We can afford exactly card remove strike and Cauldron, which sounds like a sign. Yeah, Distilled Chaos and Attack Potion are really bad. So let's get rid of that. And try this. We have 2 Duplication Potions available and Liquid Bronze for the heart if we want that. Weak is also good for the heart. I think 3 of these is better than all of these potions. Just throw those away. And probably 2 Duplication, 1 weak is where we're at. Liquid Bronze is cute, but Duplication Potion is more reliably does stuff. Okay. Pretty good potions. We got a membership card and spent exactly all of our money this run. It's pretty insane. Alpha is what the deck does, and then let's try and draw Beta. Nope. We have 2 stance exits and a mental fortress, but that doesn't really get you anywhere. We're currently blocking for 9. We're short by 22. So we could block with Protect, take 6 damage, and proc Pocket Watch to draw a full hand. We actually overdraw a little bit with that because of the miracles. Or we could play slightly more cards and not take any damage. I like playing Mental Fortress to set up for later, so let's do that. And then we'll Empty Body Defend to block out. Does this block out? 12 plus 19? It does not. Okay, well, it's not a big deal. Alright, Apparition is available to block for 30. That seems nice. We probably want to Violence this turn, get some of those attacks out of the deck. So we need to make 4 hand room for that. We currently have 3, 6, 8 cards, so we need to play 2 of them. Let's go into Calm and develop that. 3, 6, 7. So we have to actually play 1 more because we drew an ink bottle card in the middle of that sequence. Maybe it's a Miracle. Maybe we Miracle out. So then we have 3 energy for Violence stuff. That's probably like Eruption and some other attacks. Which does some pretty good damage. We're very unlikely to have an exit though, because our exits are both gone. So if we enter Wrath, we're going to be unable to get out, and then we're going to die if we don't find Intangible, which is likely but not guaranteed. Actually, with Foresight, it is almost guaranteed. Maybe we have enough energy for that even if we just play Defend Violence, because we'll have Eruption's only going to cost 1. We're going to draw 4 attacks. Are we going to draw 4 attacks? Strike, Sash Whip. Oh, we've already drawn Eruption. Oh no, Eruption's here. So we draw exactly 4 attacks. It's all the attacks in the deck. And then we would do 9 plus 36 plus 20. That's a hefty chunk of damage. 65 damage. We can put some of it over here and most of it over there. We're gonna get them past the Omega damage breakpoint. And it does take, let's see, so we do Eruption, go down to, oh actually we can do it with, if we had 2 energy we could do it. So we could just play the Protect now, but then we're shields down. Okay, so let's use the Miracle. Okay, now we just really need to draw an Intangible. Maybe that was a mistake. Oh, we have an exit. Great. Okay, so we'll keep Spirit Shield and Vigilance, because those are both exits. We've already got 1 Foresight up, so the marginal value of a second Foresight's pretty low. We want to play Beta, Vigilance, and Apparition, which we can do because we have Miracles in hand. So we stance exit, go into Apparition, develop Beta. We can't draw any cards or anything fancy this turn, but wouldn't have to do that every turn. That was actually kind of a scary ink bottle, because I had a 1 in 11 chance of drawing Omega and being unable to play it. Which I did not realize. Alright, there's an Omega and an Apparition, so that seems good. I'll keep the 3rd eye too. Alright, let's play Omega and hope that it hits Protect. I guess we can actually guarantee it hits Protect if we really care. We can play Apparition, Miracle, 3rd eye, Omega, and then the only card with the cost left is protect. Which is like neat, but why? Because we're already blocked out, we don't need to play protect. Alright, let's just keep it simple, keep the miracle, play apparition, third eye and omega. We can also play study this turn, we can miracle out study. If we want, with impatience. No, so we're climbing the ladder a little bit slower in both directions. So the way it's working is, if we are killing the heart, we have to kill it with 2 heroes in a row before we go up. So we did Ascension 1 with Ironclad and Silent, and then we are finishing Ascension 2 with Defect and Watcher currently. We don't need more pop cards, and we're not playing more apparitions, so let's keep those 2. We did hit protect. Oh, no worries, yeah, you're fine. Do we play Scrawl just for fun? No. Let's Miracle Out Study. Do we play Apparition to proc it for next turn? I think we do. There's only a couple turns left in this fight, so might as well be guaranteed to survive them. We are intangible, so we kind of want damage, which the deck does not have much of. Maybe Inner Peace draws us something. I would like to do, what, 17 damage to Spire Spear? He's at 67, yeah, 17. So let's draw some cards, because we don't have that much damage currently. Maybe we do get it. An empty body without spending energy. And then just defend, clear up hand size. We're only drawing 2 cards with violence. We're actually weakening him. Okay, so he's dead. So we can turn around and kill him too. Cool. Lantern for the heart fight. And looks like 5 extra HP. Rushdown draws cards, but we only have 1 way of getting into Wrath, so. Okay. The Beat of Death. Let's start with Evaluate. So we block the beat damage for the alpha. And then play Study. Okay. And then we're setting up for the next ink bottle proc. Maybe we should have duplication potioned the alpha. I'm not sure what it's for if it's not for alpha. But we have beta here already, so I guess we didn't get punished. Let's weaken him for the big attack turn. Saved at 12 damage. We're always playing Vigilance and beta. I think we're also playing Vigilance Empty Body. We don't have a tremendous amount of block available. We'll duplication potion the beta, and we're planning on duplication potioning an omega as well. Let's miracle out an empty body. And violence gets a bunch of cards out of the deck, but it also means we take 1 beat damage, but I think that's worth it. Sash Whip, I suppose, is another way we could have weakened him this turn. Yikes, the heart hits hard. Alright, can't survive too many more hits like that. Oh my god, are we dead? Oh, we have Insight, so yikes. This is a close one. Okay, so we need the Insight to find us specifically an intangible. We did. Okay, great. Let's get rid of the other cards that aren't helpful. So we're drawing Apparition Protect. We'll retain Protect for later, that seems fine. Let's get the slime out of the deck. And decost Apparition. And then Insight will draw us Protect and a Power, and then we can play the Power. Oh wait, we can't really play the Power, or else we take 1 damage. I guess I'm willing to take 1 damage to develop Foresight. There's Omega. We have played Expunger like twice this run. Expunger's been a total miss. I would remove it from the deck if I had a card remove slot. I think it's probably the next one to go. We don't need 3 copies of Apparition next turn, so I guess I'll shuffle 2. Try and find a block card, which we did. So Third Eye blocks the beat damage, finds another Omega next turn. We don't need Insight and Impatience with Scrawl, so I'll just let Scrawl do the drawing next turn. And then let's Duplication Potion this Omega. And then I guess we're done. Alright, he's attacking for 60, so we really need to find an intangible. Defend is not going to do it. I will keep Omega just because it's fun. Okay, we did find intangibles, so we're safe. The only way to block this turn is Protect, so I'll Protect. And then Apparition, which got saved by a Strange Spoon. Thanks, Strange Spoon. Everything in this hand costs 0 except for Foresight and Omega, so we can force Foresight to land on Omega. Let me just make sure that's true. That's true. So this always hits Omega. Let's play Omega. Alright, now we're up to 150, so we're halfway to a damage cap just for free every turn. And all we have to do is block. I guess we want a shuffle right now. Because... Well, actually, no, we want to shuffle next turn because none of these are intangibles, which is good because we don't want to draw intangible next turn because next turn is not an attack turn. Next turn is an attack turn. I was totally wrong. What am I doing? Do we want Defend? I don't think Defend is going to get us there. I think we need Intangible. Great, we found the Intangible. Let's play the Defend first, so that we block the beat damage. Go Intangible. Do we need to draw more cards? I'm not sure what card we're looking for. I guess, do we have any betas left to draw? We do have one. Here's a question for you. If you have Strange Spoon and infinite time and energy, how many, on average, Omegas do you play per combat? Yeah, I guess I'll draw cards. I'm not sure what I'm looking for, but whatever it is, we got it. Let's get some of these insights out of the hand. He is not attacking next turn, so Apparition is bad here. We don't need this Apparition. Just making sure he's not attacking. Yeah. We can Conjure Blade for a bunch next turn, which I guess does damage. We actually already won. We're doing 150 per turn. He's at less than 300, so we just end turn and end turn. Isn't that a fun math problem? I like that one. Because you get like... There's some like weird continuing fractions portions of it, right? So it's like an infinite series. Because it could be infinite, right? Could go in forever. On average, you get 2 alphas per fight, and then I think on average you get 4 betas. because you got on average 2 alphas. Or, sorry, yeah. So you got on average 4 betas, and so I guess you get on average 4 omegas. But, yeah, it's a fun one. I think the answer should be 4, though. Yeah, right. You have to make some pretty extreme assumptions. Sir Artemo was in here earlier talking about his mod to make to sort of change how the fight scales in whatchamacallit, Unlimited, where you just run the spire repeatedly. And he wanted the people to have more health, but was finding that the difficulty didn't scale up fast enough if you did that, because you sort of just like found your infinite damage combo and then did it. And so he was talking about giving them intangible at the beginning of fights, so that the fight always goes at least to a certain length. And you'd probably play if you're on loop 10, you'd probably end up playing all 4 omegas pretty regularly. Sorry, none of this matters because we're winning next turn, so I don't. Doesn't matter. Okay. I guess we'll block beat damage and play a beta for fun. Okay, so we blocked beat damage, and we can actually block the big attack turn. Take that heart. Why would you make a mod that just makes the game unfun? I will never understand. But people do that all the time. They win.